It's one of those
Yes.
hand things.
Evening, guys. We are back again with the preview as we do every week. From now on, every Wednesday at 7, so just so everyone knows. But going to get into it. Obviously, go over the Barrow game quickly. Obviously, we've got a fan here that went to the game in Barber. We're going to go over
I can remember this one as well. So
yeah, at least you can remember it. We also are going to quickly go over the Cheltenham game, even though I didn't watch the game. Did you watch the game? But we can just talk about it anyway if you didn't.
Well, I bought it on iFollow. It didn't work for the first half, and then my mother fell ill, so I saw probably about 5 minutes of it, really. I saw the goals.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's the most important bit.
Yeah, we can talk about that as well. And obviously going over the new signings in a little bit more depth. Obviously look at the whole transfer review, a lot of movement for Rovers, and then go over the Crawley news sort of, and then lineups and predictions. And we've also got Josh, who's obviously usually on the previews. He sent me his prediction for the game. So you wait and see his prediction for the game. But yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with the Barrow game. Obviously you went. What did you make of the sort of lineup and how we played?
Yeah, man. First half was all right. I'd say almost good, but it was all right. As I said before, it's going to be steady. Playing against 10 men is always going to be hard. Always has been. I think we had a period a few years ago where we played against 10 men like 3 games.
Yeah, we always do crap.
Yeah, we always do. However, to not really create anything after our goal until 90th minute or so, when stoppage time, where we could have won it at the end.
Yeah.
But by that point, atmosphere was gone. No one gave a shit, really. Just a really flat afternoon, and it was one of those games where, had Rovers won, there's a strong chance you could be in the top half, and you're slowly starting to get there.
Yeah.
With only 1 point, it's 4 points remaining in 15. That's relegation fodder. And at the moment, we are where we are. And sadly, I think games like that, if Rovers don't turn the season around quickly, you're going to look to games like Barrow. But I thought we did okay for a half or so. But when it came down to the crunch, certain players who, to me, I think are getting a bit of a pass already after 5 games.
Who would you say?
Are we going to come back to this later in terms of lineup? So I'll come out with it now.
Yeah, just
I'll get the let everyone get all their pitchforks and stuff. I think, despite, I'm talking about the Barrow game, just Barrow, but I thought Nicholson had a poor game, if I'm honest.
Big up Neil as well, and Chris tuning in. But yeah, like obviously,
I thought Nicholson had a really poor game, and he took his goal brilliantly. But people are saying, "Oh, he's too good for playing for League Two," and yes, I know he's just come back from injury, but he's not done anything. I've gone, "Oh, yeah," do you know what I mean? He's done brilliantly. I think we're waiting to see the best out of Thomas as well. He's not really been played in his best position yet. He was in the first couple of games, but those two do still excite me. But ultimately, Nicholson is playing with us. He's got to be good enough to get out of League Two, and at the moment, he's not performing to that standard.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it was pretty annoying. I mean, obviously, I've seen the highlights and listened to the radio, but it was obviously a lot different. And obviously, in the end, we could have actually lost the game. So even though, but like you said, we always seem to struggle against 10 men. I don't know what it is. Even when we were under like Darryl Clark, whatever manager we're under, we always seem to be one of those teams that struggle. And obviously, like you said, we played pretty decent the first half. In second half, it wouldn't really really the best. But people in chat as well, leave your thoughts on the game as well. If you went to the game or you just seen highlights, and yeah, leave your opinions. Obviously, hit the like button as well. Feel free to share the stream as well. But yes, it's just like you said, it's one of those games where, you know, we could have lost in the end, really. But a point, you know, you sort of go, yeah, fair enough. But no, like we said last week, we got obviously Crawley coming up this weekend at home. Glad to be back at home, actually. BRFC Tom says 2 goals, 2 games, 2 goals and an assist coming back from an injury. Not sure if I can handle this Sammy slander. But yeah, I mean,
you are right. I mean, you are right. And he's just come back, hasn't he? But it's like, yeah. I think, and the reason why I said what I said is because, you know, people are saying that Nicholson's too good for League Two. He may well be, but he needs to show that. You know what I mean? And so far, I've not seen that yet.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the games I see him in, or live anyway, was the Oldham game, and you know where he come on, and then obviously the Stevenage game as well, where he also come on. But to be fair, they were just taking him out, so he couldn't have really done much. Yeah. Big up Sam as well. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks to everyone that tuned in yesterday as well. That was a mental 4.5 hour stream, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, going on to the Cheltenham game. Obviously, when I was doing the deadline day thing yesterday, a lot of people's commented and said that we played really well. Again, we had a lot of chances, but still obviously managed to score 2 and win the game, which was excellent. I just wanted to see a win, and apparently we played well. Obviously, Cheltenham had a few chances. I think Andy Williams missed an absolute sitter.
Oh yeah, he did have some good chances.
And then obviously second half they hit the bar, but you know, the goal, no, not the goal, the good shot that they had. Obviously our keeper, his name's gone out of my head. What's the young keeper?
Jed Ward,
yeah, as I call him. Jed Ward, yeah. He made a really good save as well. So yeah, it was good to see him get a clean sheet, to be honest. But yeah, Sammy with a goal, and Saunders. What did you make of the lineup, the starting lineup? Did you manage to see it?
Yeah, I thought it was too strong, if I'm honest. When I said at the time, well, it's too strong, but who else? Excuse me, I had a tight chest all week. Who else would be playing, really? Like, sort of, when you look at up front, okay, you had Saunders and Collins start. Who else would you play? Pittman? No, you wouldn't risk him, would you?
No.
But that was the only 2 options you had. You look at the midfield. Okay, yeah, Nicholson started, but you know, again, who else do you put in? You know, I think I'm not sure if Thomas was on the bench at all. I'm not sure if he was. I can't remember now. I was going to say about Barnes having him cup tie, but not even in this competition. So I'm not sure. I thought it was a bit too strong. Obviously, you've got to go careful with how many changes you can make. The Football League know that. That's why you put those stupid rules in to begin with. Yeah. The Football League know that teams are going to make the competition seriously. I mean, I'm almost at the point now where the competition's too far gone, where if they did withdraw the under 23 teams, that fans, it's not, you know, Rovers are getting big crowds at the MEM anyway, but you know, you get, you know, your 3,500 to 4,000 there. I mean, I don't think there was even 1,000 at the game last night. You know, the competition's too far gone now to have any kind of credibility come back. So that's why they put these preposterous, pathetic rules in where you can't make a starting 11 change. I mean, it's right. I mean, I would probably do the same, but yeah, I thought the lineup was quite strong, but I'm kind of glad that Touchwood Rovers didn't really get any injuries, because that would have been the worst possible time. I mean, Cheltenham, I think, filled a weakened side out anyway. I know Vassell came on at the end. I know they started with Andy Williams, but from what I heard, it was a much changed Cheltenham side, and I wouldn't have. Probably 99% of me wouldn't have cared if we lost 3-0 last night, because I want to be out of the competition. That's my personal opinion. I think at this point in the season as well, the competition is so dragged out. I mean, our next game in this tournament isn't until middle to the end of October. We've only just gone into September. Yeah, I think it's the Chelsea under 21 game. And
I might actually go to that. I mean,
I'm on my going to start as well.
Even though like I don't really want to go because, like you said, people boycott on it. But it would just be good to see some of the Chelsea youngsters as well.
Oh yeah,
to see if they, because but also like you said, going on with last night, I think Cheltenham. I remember the last time. Obviously, last time I went to when we played Cheltenham, we got battered, but they did make quite a few changes, but so did we. Like, Spence hadn't even started a game this season. He played. Ward in goal, even Kilgore. That was his second start of the season. His other start was against them in the Carabao Cup game. But it was just happy. I just wanted that win to hopefully give us some confidence and get more minutes, like Barton said as well. But James, big up James for joining in again. Agree with Jake. Sammy is good, but he hasn't shown anything. That means he deserves better than us. Yeah. Got another donation as well. Big up Charlie Webb, donated £1.79. Says, evening lads, evening mate. Hope you're well.
Got the super chats going there, buddy. Check you out.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting till you get baited. I'm gonna keep monitoring the things coming out.
No, I've been baited. I was baited on someone else's channel. It was really bad, but yes, because I had some. Charlie and a few other people. I think BRFC Tom as well. He donated yesterday, but like as I said to people, like people can do it if they want. I'm not really bothered, but just thanks again, Charlie, though, for the donation again. But what do you make of? We're going on to the 3 new signings now. Obviously, 3 yesterday. And also interesting on Twitter earlier on today on the Rovers Live. Apparently, Whelan is close. Obviously, there was a tweet that Sam Frost put out last night saying only a few more details and he'll be signing. But I think that happened tomorrow. I think Whelan will be announced tomorrow. And Barton said also he wanted maybe another player as well, which I could imagine would be a centre back. With Bold, we still haven't got a centre back in. But what do you? First of all, what do you make of the 3 new signings? Have you seen much of them?
Brown and Evans. Evans,
and Leon Clark.
Don't
forget Leon Clark.
Oh yeah, no. Everyone will remind you how old he is. They'll remind you every 5 seconds. I mean, we get it. He's old. Yeah, like it's. I don't know. I know Junior Brown. I think he's played against us a few times. I mean, he's bounced between Leagues 1 and 2. I'm sure he's played against.
Yeah.
I've heard he's steady. His left back cover. He's not going to be playing every week.
He's not going to be starting. He might start a few games in FA Cup, Checkatrade Trophy or something. I doubt, or if there's an injury or something, or if he wants to go like more. Say if he don't want to play Anderson wing back like he has done, or Clark who's more attacking, then maybe you can play him. But
I feel a bit sorry for Trevor Clark. Well, I do and I don't, because he's come in and everyone said, "Oh yeah, he's great. He's a great player. He's just injured." He comes in and he's injured already, and it's like, for fuck's sake, he's only just come here and he's already injured. But I think Brown just he's cover. Do you know what I mean? You're not really gonna expect you're not going to expect a Luke Shaw to come in, are you? Evans. Evans is one for the future. I'd say he's Josh Barrett's replacement. Josh Barrett was nowhere near the squad, but he's there as a kind of another body to come in. And obviously, we have only got I think Thomas is only on loan, so he's one. I say he's one for the future, but he's 22. I think he's going to be 23 soon. So he's around the same age as Josh Barrett. So how long do you kind of give that kind of patience, I guess? Because Barton was saying Barrett needs to knuckle down and so on because he's not been able to hold down a place, but neither has Evans. He's been released. I don't think he was at a club and whatever. So they kind of, to me, they're quite similar. But and Leon Clark, look, he knows where the back of the net is. He hasn't had the best return over the last couple of years. He did quite poor for Shrewsbury. People are saying that Gloucester didn't want him. Was it down to his wages? I reckon it was probably that more than anything else.
That comment, bloody door. One. Look at that. Spend that 179 towards your Bristol City top. Nah, Doris, all right. Like when I get it, I'll just send a Derby top to your house because he's a Forest fan, see, so you can
Oh,
have a nice Derby talk. But big up though for tuning in, and Matt's and Sky Blue Zone as well. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, before Clark, because I knew we were because I think a few people sent me like a picture of Evans up there getting his photo done.
Yeah, it was done before the game last night.
And I think it was Josh. Josh sent me a message saying, just seen Brown, and he apparently spoke to him, Brown and Evans, but he didn't see Clark. But I had a feeling it was either Clark or Whelan. But I mean, yesterday I was a bit, because it's not really an exciting signing, but what I can't really expect much. But thinking about it and thinking about his quality, and the thing is, he's only going to be here for a year anyway. He's only going to be here for a year.
I'll be very surprised if he. I mean, look. I mean, sometimes you get it in all sports, don't you? I mean, in any kind of industry where people are on the way down, they might only have a year or two left, and they go for a renaissance right at the end of their career, and it's like a second win for them. I'm not saying Leon Clark is going to be that player. I'm not saying that, but let's not write him off before he's even started. Yeah.
No.
I think that's what's kind of irked me. And normally I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what people say about a player, I don't give a fuck, because half the time these players don't give a shit anyway. So why would I give a shit about them? But at least give them a chance.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean, I know I kind of made the comparisons yesterday to Andy Rammell, but I think Rammell only was signed to play the last few games of the season, not to play virtually a whole campaign. I understand that, but and I'll admit, putting practically your hopes on two players in their mid-30s. I mean, if you had Clark and Pittman together 10 years ago,
that's
League Two level, you're rubbing your hands together. I think, fuck me, bring it on, but we're now in the situation we're in. Yes, I said earlier on, I think it was a window of two halves. I think the first half of the summer I thought was good. I thought we had a good bit of everything coming in, and I think kind of since sort of mid-July we've kind of not really added to that. We've kind of hit a brick wall, if you like. I'm glad we got our business done early. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, definitely.
I think we left ourselves in a hole with the strikers, and to me, when it was linked that Handel was going and Leon Clark was training, I thought better fucking not just bring in Leon Clark, and that's what we've done. And it's like
but to be fair, we have got quite a few strikers though. But
we got four, haven't we?
I get your point. Yeah. But do you know what the other interesting thing is? Where Matt says I'll give 7 out of 10. The others 2 a 6. James says Clark reminds me of Easter. He was class in League Two. Yeah, I mean it's going to be interesting because we basically got different players to what we could either play. We could either play a pacey guy up top with Pittman or Clark. That's the thing. Unless they're both really fit. I don't know how fit Clark is, like match fitness, of course, because he hasn't played. He's been training, but we'll see how his fitness is. Matt says I remember Easter feeling like a big signing considering where I used to play. Yeah. And big up FPL Penguin as well. Go and subscribe to him. Smashing it on the FPL content. But do you know what the interesting thing is? I don't know if you watched Barton's interview after the game, but it sounds like, I don't know if you've heard of him or seen him last week against Barrow, but it sounds like we missed out on Cameron Archer, a striker for Villa, who's like 17, maybe 18, and he scored a hat-trick for Villa against Barrow. And apparently Barton wanted to sign him, but because of that hat-trick, there wasn't pretty much any chance. And because of Villa's injuries, he was actually, because he said it was a young player in the Premier League who was on the bench on the weekend. And I'm guessing I've heard a few rumours that it's him because he was on the bench as well.
Together, yeah.
Well,
it could have been, yeah. I mean, it's one of those. I mean, whatever kind of signing Rovers would have made, it would have had pluses and negatives. Do you know what I mean? Or people would have,
Yeah. People just,
You know what I mean? So, yeah, look, we missed out on him then. Okay, it's no big deal because it's not like he's gone. It's not we would be really, really in for him to begin with. And it's not like he's gone anywhere either. If he went
No,
to
he
say,
stayed. So yeah,
the thing is, I would have understood if he left and went to say a Warsaw because he hasn't. It's next door. He hasn't got to move.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm not too disappointed. I mean, if he ends up going somewhere in January and bangs in 12 goals, and then it's like, okay, fine. But the day, the old adage goes, you go to Rovers, they're fucking rubbish. I mean, so it's not. I don't think Rovers is the club for a youngster to sign looking to get a bit of game time at. Not at the moment. If it was
no,
a
not at
club
the
like,
moment. No,
if it was a club like, okay, when they're in League One, say a Peterborough or somebody like that, a club that's got a good foundation, that's had a steady, even like an Exeter really at this level. I know they've had a poor start, but they've got a good foundation there. They've got a good core. Mate, our core was not even rotten. It's just not even there. So
yeah, there's still.
we're not,
to be fair, there's
we're
still
not in that
loads
position
of. Yeah, there's still loads of gelling in there. But
100%.
big up Martin Donovan as well. Thanks for tuning in. Bit late, but how you doing? Yeah, all good, mate. Thanks for tuning in. BRC Tom said it was 100% Cameron Archer. They said it on Bristol Live. Well, there you go. That'd have been a mad signing. I would have loved him. But also he Barton said in that press match conference that he was after a younger sort of Clark, so like a taller, younger striker, but went to a championship team. So I wonder who that was. I'd love to find out, but it's hard, isn't it? When a championship club comes in for you, you're not going to go to a team that's meant to go up in League Two, but that's had obviously quite a poor start. But
yeah,
it's crazy to think though that I haven't seen many more clubs like, including transfers in and transfers out, whether they're loans out or only one loan out, and that was the Durham De Bruyne or whatever, Ben Liddell. But 38 players in and out, right? 16 signings in, 3 loans, and possibly, it'll probably be Glenn Whelan and either, I'd say a centre back. He might get a centre back, or whether he's going. I don't know whether he might get another.
I'm not sure if we need another centre half, if I'm honest. I think we've got enough centre halves, if I'm honest.
How many have we got? We got Harries, Taylor, Kilgore,
Hughes.
Anderson
can play there. And
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. We've got 4, and Barton said. I mean, I'm. The gas cast. They asked for questions tonight. I said, what do you make? Because Barton said about that he's going to stick with 3 at the back. That's why he didn't. That's why he didn't sign. That's why he didn't sign in like another right back.
No, right back, yeah. And Luke, I think he's all right, man. Luke
Hall. I really rate him. It's annoying though that we switched it because he didn't do nothing. Well, he made a slight mistake against Stevenage, but for the Lindsay's goal. But what can you do, man? About like everyone was poor that game. But
exactly.
What's that? BRC Tom says you should have got Kyle Hudlin. Oh yeah, that 6'9" bloke, wasn't it? Yeah,
he was in someone quite high up, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck me, 6'9". Fuck.
Yeah, 6'9". Like
I'm 6'2", like 6'2" and a bit. I say 6'3" when I'm on Plenty of Fish, but 6'9". Oh, I said too much. It's 6'9". That's like Undertaker type height.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, me standing next to him, I'm like 5. I don't even know how tall I actually am. I think I'm like 5'7", 5'8". So
even
imagine standing next to
me,
him.
Charlie. You look small. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So, but with a broken neck, boss.
Yeah. Thanks, Carbon Collecto, for another super chat. Really appreciate it. It says, up the gas, going to the game on Saturday, got to beat Crawley. Yeah, it is a big game, and as we will go over in a minute, and as probably people know anyway, they've conceded 12 goals in their last 2 away games. So we will see. Neil says, Hughes gives me panic attacks. Yeah,
we looked better with that in the team last night.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We kept a clean sheet. I know, like we said, Cheltenham didn't have the strongest team, but they still had, Williams and stuff. But and we kept a clean sheet with what? Alfie Kilgore, Connor Taylor in the middle of the defence, and then Kean Harry's left centre-back. So, but yeah, Hughes hasn't. If it was me, I'd keep with the same back line, personally, but we will go over that.
Let him bang his fucking drum or wherever he does, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Coots, honestly. What the fuck does he do? Seriously.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be that proper rough fucker in the midfield. Do you know what I mean?
He's not. Like, he's not like that.
He's fucking rubbish.
Yeah, he's not.
So, like, he's one of the players, right? I say, well, yeah, you got to give the players a chance. Like, when he's been that, he's been poor, and I'm saying that after 4 fucking games. Man. Carry on.
But, I mean, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's see if he starts on the weekend or whatever. We'll see, what happens. But going on to Crawley then, 20th in the league. They've played a game less than us though. They got 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses, and they're above us in the table by 2 places, but only on goal difference. I think we got minus, considering they've conceded. I know obviously one of the games was the Checker Trade Trophy, but even though they've conceded 6 to Forest Green, they've still got a better goal difference than us, which is crazy. But yeah,
I'm right in saying they conceded. Is it 8 this season?
Yeah,
but 6 of them were last week. So ain't really, when you think about it, it's not that. Yeah.
Yeah, true. But Neil Davis says Coots is nailed on to be another Matt Gill. Yeah. Oh my God, Matt Gill. God, Matt Gill. That's going back. That's taking it back like 10 years, isn't it? It's got to be 10 years.
When 9, he came 10 in, years. I thought, yeah, 10. Yeah, Buckle era. Yeah.
Him and Craig Stanley in the middle. God. Oh my days, man.
I don't think Stanley was that bad, if I'm honest.
I thought he was terrible. That's got to be one of the worst midfield partnerships we've ever had. Of what I can remember. What does Matt say? Matt says, who should be captain if you drop Coots and Hughes? Yakola, if he's in goal. Oh, nah, I don't think he'll play. I think he's still injured, actually, Yakola.
He was on the bench Saturday, wasn't
he? Yeah, he wasn't on the bench last night, though.
No.
James Belshaw. And it's annoying with him as well because he deserves a bit more credit because he's kept us 100%. In a lot of games. But all the goals, even I don't know how it was a bit poor defending for the goal on the weekend, but even that flick just went like top bins and you couldn't have done nothing.
I thought it was an own goal. When I first saw it, it was Ollie Banks. How the fuck did he get that in?
Yeah, I know.
It was a great bit of skill, mine. I mean, the defending went great, but that's some. Yeah. I know he just stuck out a leg, but that could have gone at the other fucking end. Yeah, so it was great just to get that angle on his foot. But
yeah, Sam says we always do bad against teams we should beat. Well, if we want to go up, then we need.
That's like most of the division, then, isn't it?
Yeah,
if the teams we should beat, that's a good 16 or 17 teams we should be beating.
Yeah,
well, all of them really.
Yeah, let's hope that we can change it tomorrow. But if you haven't already, hit the like button. Do subscribe if you're new. But yeah, thanks for obviously everyone tuning in. But yeah, as we said, looking at the results, they lost 6-1 to Charlton, and they've got a lot of injuries as well. Crawley. No, I was gonna put Tom Nichols on the thumbnail, but because he's injured and he hasn't played yet this season, it had to be Tony Craig, the goats of old and new, I would say, Sammy Nicholson and Tony Craig. But lost 6-1 to Charlton. I watched the highlights as well, and they look even Craig looks. I mean, I don't want to say it now because he'll probably have like the game of his life against us on Saturday, but he looks absolutely shot. He was just backing off players. But then they drew on the weekend to Northampton. Lost 6-3 to Forest Green away. Won 2-1 against Salford. Drew 2-2 with Gillingham in the Carabao Cup and lost on penalties. And then the first game of the season, they lost away to Hartlepool 1-0. So basically inconsistency like us at the moment. But if you look at the last two away games, we really need to be punishing. We really need to be punishing them. And hopefully that's all we need. We need one game because like we've done against Cheltenham, we had a lot of, I think we had over, I'm not sure how many shots we had on target. If someone knows, please put it in the comments. But I know we had like over 11 chances. I mean, at least we scored. That's the other positive. At least we scored more than one goal. That's the first time we've done it this season. Matt says, "What formation did Crawley play?" To be honest, I don't have a clue. I know they've got quite a few injuries, but it's still going to be a tough game. We can't just think we're going to roll over. We need to work for the win. Back at home, which is good. I'm glad we're back at home as well. Hopefully, we can build on the last game we played at home, which is it feels like ages ago. That game, that Oldham game, when I went with you, it feels ages ago. Like it really does.
About 2.5 weeks since we last.
Yeah, but getting on to lineups. I'm not sure. Do you have a team that you would play in mind? To
be honest with you, I think Rovers should go with something similar to the game that we had against Barrow for the first half. Because we didn't do too badly, which is why I'm just trying to get the team up in front of me. I'm pretty sure it was. Just one question? Did Grant play centre back? According to BBC, so I got a throat sweep. According to BBC, he played in the midfield with Finley.
Oh,
so the team they got here, which is the team I would play Saturday, would be
the same lineup as Barrow?
Near enough, but a couple of changes. I would make a couple of changes. So, I would go with Balshaw in the sticks.
Yeah.
And then I'd go with Taylor again because I thought we did okay.
Yeah.
I'm not been his biggest fan, but I'd go with Kilgore to come in as well. Yeah. And who else played centre half on Tuesday?
Kian Harries.
Kian Harries. Yeah, I'd go with Harries if I'm honest. The midfield, I'd then go. This isn't the same as Saturday. This is completely different now looking at it. So on the right hand side, I'd probably go with Thomas because I think he deserves a start.
Yeah. So what formation is this? This a 3-5-2 or 3-5-2? 3-5-2.
3-5-2. Yeah.
Well, so you'd play him as a wing back.
Yeah, I would.
Right mid / wing back.
Yeah, right mid / wing back. Yeah, I'd go with that. Actually, no, sorry. Oh yeah, there's a.
You're having a mare.
There was a player missing at the bottom. I'm looking at. Do you know what I was doing? I was counting in my eyes. I was trying to look at them really quickly. Like that. Thinking, there's a player fucking missing. I'm only counting 7 players.
My God.
I scrolled down. It's like when you got to look at the Premier League table at the minute. You got to clear the cookies to look at Arsenal. That's how it was. So we're looking at this lineup at the minute. Do you know what I mean? So looking at it, sorry, it's what the fuck did we play Saturday? Was that a 3-4-2-1? I think looking at we played Saturday. So that's what I'd stick with. So yeah, now I've just seen that we've got extra players than what I thought. I would stick. Whatchamacallit? I would still stick with Rodman as a wing back, even though I don't think he's done overly great, but he always seems to do better at the Mem for some reason.
Yeah, he does. He loves being at the Stade de Mem.
He loves it. He loves it. It's those piss stained passes, I tell you. Finley and Grant Finley and Grant as a midfield too. Anderson on the left, who's just Mr. Workhorse.
Yeah.
And then to have Nicholson and Collins sort of just behind. And I kind of go with Nicholson behind Saunders and Collins, if I'm honest. I was thinking about putting Thomas in there, but you can't really drop sort of Nicholson or anyone like that. And I'm not sure if Nicholson is suited to playing that sort of wing back role.
No, definitely not. We definitely needed more attacking in the middle. Just because then there's the thing is as well though, then there's less sort of things for him to do. If he just stays, either plays as a striker or plays as a cam or whatever, or they rotate, up front, then that would be perfect. But make sure everyone else leave. Put your formation and what team you would play in the comments as well. It'll be interesting to find out. Quickly, BRC Tom says, watch Tony belt a wonder volley top dollar in the 90th minute in front of the Thatchers end to win it. Oh, mate.
Oh, he did that at Blackpool, didn't he, a few years ago?
Yeah, I think it was 3-0. I think that was on.
Yeah.
That was about. I'm pretty sure that was 3 years ago. That was on my 21st birthday, and we won 3-0.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, but yeah. So you would play 3-4-1-2 then, yeah.
Yeah, or have the top three kind of rotate with each other, more as a three, so maybe more like 3-4-3. But I think we just got to go at Crawley. I mean, Crawley, they've had the investment, haven't they? There was always kind of that question: well, how far can they go? And they kind of hit their ceiling at League One, League Two. Which I think it's the same as Salford as well. I don't think Salford, they might get into League One, but I don't think they'll get any higher. But they're hard team to predict. But I'd rather run at Crawley and lose 2-0 than fucking lose 1-0. Like Tony Craig fucking nodding one in at the last minute. The game I always kind of refer back to, I guess, kind of more recent times, was the Shrewsbury 1-0 home defeat under Garner. And it was the worst game you'll ever see in your life. There was no shots from either team.
Now, even that, there were so many games like that last season. Like even like Charlton at home, and even Ipswich. Like Ipswich was 2-0, but it was just like
nothing happened, was it?
Nothing happened. But now, with the I
don't really remember it. Like, I don't even do this deliberately. I can't really remember much about last season anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
to be honest, like last season didn't happen.
Yeah. I wish I could just forget everything.
It practically has for my mind. That's why, like, when I see Nicholson playing, it's like, I kind of forget he was here beforehand. Like, to me, it's like new eyes looking at him. It's like, I look at Josh Grant and I think, he's filled out quite a bit. But he might have been that build last season.
Yeah, just because we weren't there, wasn't it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's pretty interesting. So, yeah, that's yours. That's what Gav D says. Yeah, Tony Craig special. Then they played a 4-4-1-1 in their 6-3 defeat away to Forest Green. Yeah. I think the main player we got to watch out for, you've probably heard of him, Jake Hessenthaler. Used to play for, like, Gillingham and all that. He's actually a centre midfielder, but he's got 3 goals, so he's got more than all of our players.
He's the son of He's the son of Andy Hessenthaler, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt's goes with a 3-4-3, but our Belshaw, I'm guessing Grant in centre back. That looks like. Grant, Taylor or Hughes, Harries, Rodman, Finley, Coots, Anderson, Nicholson, Pittman. That's an interesting one, Pittman.
The thing is that I can see Rovers wanting to play Pittman to get this whole ankle shit sorted, but like again, it's just come back to whenever that happens with Pittman, he's going to be out for some period of time.
Yeah. Just one thing though, how did he actually play against Barrow? Was he any good? Was he good hold up play? Any chances or
service not good enough into him really? Just sort of slammed it into him and for the like how it always is with Rovers with a target man. They didn't fucking think about it. They just oof it first opportunity. And I think kind of having Hughes and Coote playing, there's nothing against Matt's lineup and he's entitled to his opinion, but I think you've got both of those players in there. You're just asking for long ball, and long ball's fine. It's got to be at certain points. You can't. My eyes fucked. You can't play it for a minute dot.
Yeah.
And I think that's why fans got so fucked off on the weekend. Because as soon as you're able to get the ball, it would be like ping pong between the two sets of defenders. And I think these are fucking rubbish here. But I mean, if these lot are shit, then what are we? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think like
that's what I mean. They wouldn't. That's what a lot of people said. A lot of people said, and it was sort of the same stuff that they said after the Stevenage game, not the Mansell game because that was first game of the season, and there was quite a lot of injuries. It was quite a weak team, and we had one striker in Saunders, but I was seeing a lot of people were saying that there was like no. What is it? No. I'm losing my mind. No sort of, what do you call it? I'm trying to think.
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, put him on the spot now. It's sort of
no like plan.
Yeah, no plan.
Like, just like you said with Pittman, just like hoof it up and see what happens. But yeah, I think with me, I'd go with I'd go with a 3-4-2-1 or whatever you want to say, 3-4-3. I'd have the same defense and keeper as you. So Belshaw. I mean, to be honest with you, I like you said, if they play well and we keep a clean sheet, you can't really drop the 3 centre backs. I know they had a few chances, but every team will have chances.
Don't they?
But I would do that as well. I really want Chilwell to keep his place. Now he's back. Chilwell, Taylor, and Harris. Midfield. I'm the same as you. I don't think Coots has literally done nothing, and I know Grant done a stupid. He can have some games where he'll play really well, but then they just do a stupid pass like he done yesterday, which nearly cost us a goal. But yeah, Grant and Finley in the midfield. Again, Rodman just loves playing at the Mem. I don't know what it is. He seems to do so much better in the Mem than he does away from home.
I think that's what frustrates me. It frustrates me personally. I think, well, at the end of the day, like, nothing special about it, mate. I mean, we have a good playing surface, but, you know, even Barrow had a good surface last week.
Yeah.
Just didn't turn up.
What's this? Jan B. Sims says, where's Luca Hall disappear to? He's fit, but because we're not playing a right back, he's not playing, basically. That is literally the only reason why he's not. If we were playing 4 at the back, he'd be in. Because anyway, we don't have another right back. So yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. Matt says I'll have Taylor. Go with Taylor over Hughes. But yeah, Rodman, Anderson, wing backs, and then I keep the same front three that started yesterday. I think Collins, Saunders, and Nicholson for me. And then if you wanna change it, if we can't. Because as well, they've got a pretty, from what I seen last night, they've got a pretty slow back line. So, like we do, Nicholson, Saunders running off Collins, you know, hopefully we can have a field day. But yeah, then you got probably Leon Clark and Pittman both on the bench, or, you know, whoever else. I think Spence is pretty unlucky, to be honest, because apparently he was really, really good last night, got an assist, but because he hadn't made much starts, I'd just give it off the bench. Even Westbrook, I know he's staying now, which is a surprise to all of us. Like I said in my video earlier on,
it's the wages, man. That's what gets me. It's just he's on so much fucking wages. Like
that's why, because that's what I mean. Barton said no one come in for him. I can understand why he hasn't really shone out, and his wages are high. I think he's on about $5,000 a week.
Criminal.
Which is our highest paid player. Because even
double what he should be on at least.
Even last season, our 2 highest paid players were the 2 loan players. Luke McCormick, who on his performances you could say fair enough, but
even still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, even still, it's a lot of money, sure, but still, at least he was the main person, like fighting and scoring and whatever. And then Oztumer hardly played for us, out with injury and COVID. He was on $5,000 as well. And now he's playing, you know, against Mesut Ozil and all that in Turkey, which is mental.
Yeah,
but,
good luck. Yeah, all best to him, man. Man, I got Steamer. I always liked him.
Yeah, but now getting into the predictions, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already as well. Getting into score predictions, we'll actually start off with Josh's. He sent me his, right?
Oh,
so,
come on.
And you know what Josh is like? He's a bit more realistic than I'm. A bit more of the optimist. Even if we're on bad form, I'd say we'd still win. But Josh has gone for a 4-1 Rovers win.
Oh, come on. You say he's realistic and he's gone with that.
Well, he's obviously confident, and especially after he's seen how he probably seen the game Crawley and that they conceded 12 goals in their last 2 games. I know it's Rovers and all that, but still. But yeah, he's gone for a 4-1. Andrew Hogg has gone for a 2-1 Gas win. I don't mind as long as we win. But yeah, get your score predictions as well as Andrew in the comments. Jake, what are you going for?
2-0 Rovers. Didn't think about it. Didn't even think about
2-0.
it. 2-0.
So you think we'll keep a back-to-back 2-0 and back-to-back clean sheets then?
We'll still be promoted come the end of the season.
You sound like Barton now.
No, well, I said this on Twitter. I said you can quote it on Twitter at the end of the season. I said we'll still get promoted. We will do. And so I said we always start slow. We always start slow. It's not defending it. I'm not saying this is.
Oh wait, yeah, two secs here. This is sec. Touch wood.
Touching wood, yeah, touch wood.
But
you got a rock under there, Char.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just that we got to the thing is, yes, I've not been going to Rovers long enough to see X, Y, Z and AABB, but I've been going long enough to know that we've made terrible shit starters.
And look at that comment from we start slow, finish slower.
Very true. Very, very true. But you just listen to that out of context, get a couple of laughs out of that, Joe. Finish slower. Yes. But and Rovers have done it before, especially in this division where we've started well for the first 7 or 8 games.
No, we always start bad. We've never started.
No, I know. In recent times, because you go back to how far back is recent, but when we first got relegated to this division, 20 years ago, I think for the 6 seasons we were in League Two the first time, 4 of our opening 6 seasons started with a win, and we did, and usually for the first sort of 8 to 10 games, we didn't do too badly. But then by Christmas, you're in the bottom 6 again. So, if Rovers are still in this position come December, say,
no, mate, don't worry. But even if we're still low in December, we'll just do a Bolton. Don't worry.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like, Bolton, they did so badly, and and people say, but he had this player, and this player, but we've still got some decent players here. Defensively, I think Connor Taylor will come good. I think he needs to hit the gym. He reminds me a lot of Alfie Kilgore, where, I saw him play. The first time I saw Alfie Kilgore play was the Gloucestershire County Cup games, where Rovers used to do them at the Mem. So this was like 2016, 17. Yeah. And I always said he reminds me of a young Tom Lockyer. But he's very thin. He's very, very lanky. And I remember, I think I was at the game, or I think I was watching a stream of the game where he did his injury and he was out for about a year. And when he came back, he'd filled right out. And I'm not saying that Taylor needs to break his leg, but what I'm saying is he needs to, he just needs to, bulk up a bit. And I think he'll do very well. So, but with Rovers, it's just going to take time. And people who've known me for any period of time, I know I'm sounding like I'm a knob now, YouTube aside, and people who know me personally, they know I'm a moody fucker. They know that.
Yeah, you've always been like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's genuinely what we've been on the. I know, I've made you with the supporters club, and I'm not, going on the coach at the moment with them for obvious stuff. But I've known you going on the coaches now for 5 or 6 years. I love him, Moan, but I guess it just made me. I've just sort of. This makes it sound, you could put this on Tumblr and I'll probably be like, remember when Tumblr was a thing all those years ago, like, with the emos and the, millennials and all their inspirational quotes and stuff. Like, I guess kind of over the last 18 months, I've just learned to appreciate that sort of, my life just doesn't revolve around football like it used to. And it still does. I still plan my life around it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, of course you got to plan. Always plan around the gas first.
Well, 100%. Like, when I ever look to go for a summer holiday, I'll probably go in June. 1, because if you go in July, the fucking kids aren't there, and 2, there's no fucking Rovers to get in the way. So, and it's still, and because June is not quite their peak summer over there. That's more like August when you get off the plane and you're practically drenched in sweat. If you go in June, it's just about hot enough where you could go, well, quite like this, but it's a nice breeze. So next week on the weather report, Charlie, we'll get that all sorted for you. But but no, what I'm saying is we got off topic a lot. That's usually my fault. I'm awfully sorry.
He rambles about the summer holidays and
I know
emos on the whatever
on the Tumblr, but you can tell I work remotely, don't you? Because I just don't talk to anybody. But it's back to Rovers, the thing we talk about and what we're to talk about. I guess I've just learned it's not the end all be all about things, I guess. And we do badly, we'll do badly. I'll complain about it. But after Monday, Tuesday at the latest, I'm over it. Do you know what I mean? I don't. Yeah. The signings, it's been underwhelming, but fuck it, give him a chance for fuck's sake. It just doesn't.
Yeah, we're
You know,
seeing.
at the moment, I don't feel
be
any
positive.
connection to this team at the moment. So you just got to, be positive and just anything
Yeah,
shit.
PMA.
Get on with it.
PMA, positive mental attitude.
100%, like.
But
100%.
who? Obviously, you went with a 2-0. What goal scorers
man.
are you? What goal scorers are you saying? Do you reckon Nicholson can get 3 in a week?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I've got 80-year-old. Yeah, 100%. I don't see why Nicholson can. You know, the thing is, confidence breeds confidence. I mean, so he scored a couple of good goals, and you know, he's kind of been playing more through the centre, which I kind of like a little bit. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's covered with his goals last season. I think his best goals last season were, you know, the 2 solo ones. They were from the middle. So, yeah, 100%. I think he can add to it. I think Nicholson could get one. I like Saunders. I think Saunders is a nice. I know he's a nice figure to have. It's a bit of weird to say, but you know, he's got a good all round game. I think Saunders, Collins. I think you know his time will come. And I think he could get, you know, a good 10. I think one of our strikers can get a good 10 or 12 goals coming into the season. So, yeah, I think reasons to be cheerful, I think. And I think it's all down to a good start. You know, if we play the first 10, 12 minutes, we've not had a shot on target, then I think it will start to get a bit iffy and the fans might start to get a bit eggy and so on.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind I think that's what we need. But
look at the Oldham game. Look how well we played there. Do you know what I mean? I know it's a false goal, but it's literally
straight on it, wasn't it?
Mm.
But we've got one here. BRFC Tom 7. Why not, innit? You know, why not? 7-0 clean sheet as well. Imagine that.
I mean, look, I can't complain. I'm here saying we'll be promoted, so fuck it, let them have the 7.
Yeah, why not? You never know. Neil Davis has gone for 2-0 gas. A long overdue a penalty too. You're right about that one. Jesus, should have had about.
When was the last pen?
10.
When was the last pen? Was it was it the MK Dons game that Leahy missed? Well,
probably.
Yeah,
probably. Sam's going for a 1-0 win, but we should have more. I don't want another nervous Oldham battering Oldham. Then we only win 1-0. I'd love a couple of goals. Matt says we won't keep a clean sheet, but he's going for a 3-1 Rovers win against the Crawley Town. Yeah, we do.
Sorry, don't finish slower.
That's quality, isn't it? Ed Gilson is going.
My night's out go. If I'm honest.
Ed Gilson's going for a 3-0 win for Rovers on Saturday. That'll be nice, clean sheet, few goals. Look at this lovely comment here from James. 2-0 gas. Undercover agent Craig will assist us to win. I hope so. That'd be nice. It just fall over or something. Or I don't know.
100%.
But yeah, a lot of people going for a clean sheet. A lot of people positive. Love to see it. We've got to be really. It is Crawley and it is a home game. And you'd like to think 100%. You'd be positive after you've seen the other team concede 12 goals in the last 2. Matt's, I would have said 1-0 if it wasn't for Tuesday. Yeah, that's fair enough. Ed Gilson, listen to this, man. Stick it on your hackers. Leon Clark to score 2 goals Saturday. Jesus. Is that from the start or is he coming off the bench? I mean, that would be nice, to be fair. Even any of the new signings. If that's what I mean now. All you got to think of we've got such a massive squad now. And he's going to have to leave players out. So it's going to be interesting because you got Westbrook, Evans, Luke Thomas, Pittman, Clark. That is a crazy bench.
Even like Martinez as well, who came in obviously for the last
Martinez.
10 games
he's had COVID and injury, hasn't he? So he should be back soon as well. That's another one. Like I seen someone on Twitter. Well. I think it was BOFC. Was it BOFC Tom or Lewis?
I'm not sure.
I think
right anyway.
I think it was Lewis, but he said he'd done like the team. No, it wasn't even him. It was like Charlie BRFC, one of the Charlie BRFC on Twitter.
Is it you?
No, it wasn't me, mate. I just got from Rovers vlogs. I don't have no other name. But no, it was like he said he basically put out the whole Rovers squad on like the lineup 11 app, and he didn't have Martinez in there, and I was like, "Where's Martinez?" Like crying face because he was a baller when he played for us last season. Gav D says 1-0 Collins to get off the mark. Yeah, he hasn't scored yet. I'd love him to get a goal. Yeah. Big up to Larson McSherry. I don't think I've seen this name before, but I appreciate you joining. Correct me if I have. It's just too many people to remember. But
He's making it big now. You can't remember you all.
No, not like that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Larson McSherry says. Yeah, I'm from the future. 2-1 Gas, Nicholson and Pittman. Yeah, love Pittman to get his first league goal as well. And Collins has to open his account soon. Surely missed plenty of chances against Barrow. BRFC Lars, mate. I'm massive. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Lars. Yeah. That name rings a bell from Twitter. But me, I'm gonna go. Call me Josh in disguise. But I'm gonna go for a 4-0. Actually, no, 3-0. 3-0 Rovers. 3-0, Nicholson. Yeah. I think all the front three to score. I'd love Collins to get a goal. Nicholson to get 3 in a week in 3 starts. That'd be absolutely gorgeous to see the goat of all goats, get another goal. The Sammy slanderer even thinks that as well. And also Saunders, I thought he was really good. Oh, by seeing the highlights, I say really good. I only seen the highlights, but he took his goal really well. And yeah, 3-0 Gas. But and then obviously the mighty Hartlepool away after the week after, which should be interesting. So, and they're on good form, so it would be nice to get another win if we can get back-to-back wins. Yeah, they're doing well, aren't they? Especially at home, they're doing very well.
They're fucking doing bits there, man. Fuck yeah, now at the minute. That's why I ain't fucking going. No, I'm joking, but they'd be tough as fuck to.
Jan says 4-0 Gas, all strikers to get 1 each. Lovely. What's that? Okay. Oh, here we go. We've got obviously Jake Coots is one of Jake's less favourite players, but Clint.
It's certainly not my Christmas card list at the minute. Fuck that guy.
Clint Hill described Coots as a proper player. There we go. Then you heard it from the goat himself.
Oh, there Clint we go. Hill.
Then. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. Anthony Evans to bag.
There, mate.
No. Well, obviously not. He's fine and well. Anthony Evans to bag off the bench. Says, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think, like we was going on about earlier, I think he could be really, really good for us. Sort of like an unknown player. Many people, a lot of Rovers fans I've seen don't know too much about him, and obviously he hasn't set the world alight. But I think he could be one that's really good. He's still young. He must have been pretty good to come through at Everton's academy as well. But I think that's good. Don't you reckon it's weird that he's on a 1-year deal as well? So that's even more chance for him to, impress when he does play, because 1-year deal but yeah, we'll see. I
think Rovers didn't want to fall down the same trap they did with Josh Barrett, signing a player that's quite unknown and
Neil Davis says tickets gone on for they are.
No, are they?
They should be, shouldn't they? With only a week to go.
Well, I thought that what we'd do is, since you asked a quick, let me just have a look at the let me have a quick. Oh, and if anyone gives a fuck, there's a full stock of the home and away shirts now on sale again. Rover shop. Right? I'm not sure if Rovers.
I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get mine soon. I still haven't got the new kit, new top yet. But I will get the away one anyway.
Let's have a look. I don't think there's any news regarding.
That's weird. I thought tickets would have been out because it's only a week.
Yeah. If I'm honest, I'm not one for normally advocating this, but I reckon they might just make it pay on the day. If I'm honest with you.
Do you reckon?
Because we're not going to take loads out there. I mean, it's quite rare for a league team to do that. But to be honest, it's like even with Warsaw in a couple of weeks. Like I need
to get my tickets for that as well. I ain't got my tickets yet.
I've not even got my ticket. I might drive there if I'm honest with you, because
if you do, give me a bell, because I haven't sorted out. I haven't sorted out transport yet or anything, because I'm not. Usually I don't get trains to games either, because I just end up spending too much money on booze, and I don't really want to do that. I actually want to remember the game most of the game
you
anyway. So
yeah, you don't want to fall over those railings at the front either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Sam says maybe we can learn how to score. Well, we did get 2 yesterday, to be fair. So
We did.
hopefully we can. But yeah, we do need to start scoring more. Sort of. Yeah, more basically.
I'll tell you something. This will make you laugh. And I probably should say this off air, but I thought I'll humiliate myself now. So during the game last night, I sat down. Eventually, I was trying to complain to iFollow about the stream not working. I thought, fuck, I can't be asked to keep arguing because he just wanted to see my internet connection. And I told the bloke, I said, look, you're pulling my fucking leg. It's been 3 different browsers and it's still not working. So I just had it working on my phone. Anyway, so mother wasn't doing too well. Put 3 blankets on her, bless her, wouldn't at all well. Anyway, so I'll turn the volume down a bit. I think I'd gone off to do something. I muted the volume from the game. Anyway, I come back and, oh, yeah, it's 3-0. And I started cheering. Hey. And next time I went, oh, no, it's a replay. And I was, that's something my mother would do.
That is literally you. That is literally you. Just cheering at a celebration. But to be fair, I've done it a few times especially on iFollow, like when they just do all these replays like every 5 minutes when the game's playing. But yeah, that's what I'm just happy with that. What's that, Matt? That's on your birthday, isn't it? Salford away.
Salford, yeah, it's on my birthday.
So if you do see you do see Barber there, make sure you give him the beats.
Well, I'll tell you something, right? So I'll be 23. You're gonna be there for a while, but I'm gonna be in the Moon Underwater Weatherspoons before the game in Manchester. So I'll put some on my Instagram story, and I expect 1,000 Jaeger bombs just arriving on my table.
1,000 Jaeger bombs.
You know what I mean? So while I'm being carried through the Salford in a body bag from my alcohol poisoning, and so it got to carry me through. But yeah. So
when is that?
That is November. That is November. If I make it that far, my cough.
November the
23rd. So it's about 10 weeks away.
That's annoying, man. I wish there was because on my birthday there ain't a game. I think we got Harrogate away on the 31st of October. And my birthday's 3 days after.
That's not on a Tuesday, is it?
I don't know.
Harrogate away. Oh, that's better not be on a fucking
It better not be
Tuesday.
because it's an absolute trek and the stadium's an absolute state.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Let me just have a look at the cat. You're making
So
me get all these questions
weird.
in now. Because I said, he's, let things go with football and all that kind of stuff.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Lars says Salford away, hook it into my veins.
This is something you don't give a shit really about the football at the minute. I've got, I don't know if you can see it, I've got all the calendars synced to my phone, right? So, or the game synced to my phone. So Harrogate away is on a Saturday, day before Halloween.
Yeah, yeah, it's annoying. What is this? BRC Tom Coots is bang average personified. Yeah.
Very true.
So far he has been. Anyway,
yeah.
Lars says Walsall away going to be mint. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Neil Davis. Yeah, it is. It is, but Barbara's still going to get pissed because it's his birthday.
Yes.
So.
Oh, yes. Well, to be fair, what I'm really looking forward to that week is...
There we go. Harrogate Saturday. That's all right then.
Yeah. I'll give a shout out here because they are absolutely amazing. The Bulldog Breakfast Bar in Normal Green. They do, like, their breakfast roll. They're, like, their top spec breakfast roll here. Like, we got, like, the Rolls Royce of these rolls. So you take, like, a dinner plate while you eat your dinner off, right? Their breakfast roll.
What are you on, man?
Their breakfast roll is longer than a dinner plate. It's like absolutely enormous. And like to hold it, if you hold it in one hand, it was split in half. You got to hold it with 2 hands. So I just can't wait.
It's proper limp then as well.
It's proper limp. There's proper amount of girth to it. And it's like, I can't wait. That's what I'm just most looking forward to. I've not had one for about 9 months now. Because with me losing all me timber. It's like I'm trying to I'm like praying every day to not draw. Like I'm off work now for the next 2 days, so like just watch me on my Instagram tomorrow morning. Goes, no, I picked up for breakfast, and it's just one of those. I guarantee you. I'll put it on my story. I'll let you know.
Yeah, innit? Gav D says breakfast roll chat. I was just random in it. Barbara's just like random. He'll say any. But yeah, Larson's birthday is a day before mine. I'm dreading it though. Bloody 25.
Dreading your birthday?
Well, no, not dreading the birthday, just dreading the age. 25, it's just crazy. But yeah,
only as old as you feel, mate. Only
Yeah.
as old as you feel.
yeah. I mean, it's all right anyway because most people think I'm like 18 or 19, so I'll take that. I'll take it.
I don't think you look older than me, but I've always said before, right? Because when I was always a kid, like I grew so quickly. So like when I was like say 10 or 11, people say, "Oh yeah, look, you're about 13." But I've always wondered, how old are you when people say you look older than what you are? Starts becoming a compliment, because you don't want to be 85 and someone goes, "God, you know, you like you're about 100," because that's not a compliment, is it? That's the other way around. So I always kind of think sort of maybe when you get to an adult, I don't know. I still take it as a compliment when I get ID'd. I think it's great.
Yeah, same here. I love it.
Or when I get ID, because my face is so fat in my picture, you have to shine the potsy fucking torchlight on it and go, "Yeah, you know, yeah. Are you sure it's not a fake one?" I'm like, "It'll be funny. I got a beard, right?"
Yeah, but literally, but you know now, like even my brother, like when he was like 16, he had a beard. Like everyone nowadays that are like 5 years younger than me have got a beard and all that. So it's
so many people crazy. I know. Like I can't grow a proper beard, and there's people that I knew, or now are like 18. They got proper Viking.
Yeah, proper Viking beard and all that.
Stallions on their face. You know what I mean,
crazy.
Not just cubes like I've got on my chin.
Yeah, Hartlepool away is next Saturday. Next Saturday, Edward, or Ed, however you like to be called. Sam says, as a question, who do you think would be top goal scorer? Do you think it'd still be 40 goals, Brett Pittman?
Some Rovers chat. That's what we're for. Yeah, do you know what? My money is still on Pittman. I think
Pittman, do you think?
Yeah, I do. I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure if he'd be the 40 goals, but I don't know. I think he'll but then saying that, it's the ankle problems, isn't it? You know,
leave it in chat though. Leave it in chat. Who do you think the top goal scorer will be? Let's see what everyone else thinks. It'd be good to get everyone else's. But you've got someone that agrees with you for once. Ed Gilson says Pittman as well. So that's pretty interesting. Me personally, I think it'd be. I just got a feeling Sammy. If Sammy stays fit, I think, and he keeps playing in just either striker or just in behind, I think he can have a filled season. But you never know. We might even get maybe Saunders. Saunders might surprise a few.
I think Saunders will do well. There's something I've seen about him. It's like he works hard and all. I think that'll go a long way. Certainly with the Rovers fans, anyway. If you give a fuck.
Yes, Sam says Saunders or Sammy, and BRC Tom. Is that
Collins?
No, I was just checking to see if it was Collins as the profile pic thing, but it's not.
Let's have a look. I'll borrow my Mavericks glasses. This is my Mavericks glasses. Let me just have a look at it. Oh yes, that's yeah. Look at that. Look at it. Don't they make me look intelligent? I can't see, but
what are you doing?
Excellent. Yeah, I think that is Nicholson.
Yeah, my days. Neil Davis. Here you go. Ellis.
Oh, he's not bloody coming in.
Ellis after he arrives in January, but I don't think he'll be coming. He won't step down to League Two. No, not for a few years. He's not really a consistent League One striker, but he just won't. He'll probably just happy sit on the bench at Portsmouth. He's probably a good whack anyway. Andrew said Sammy 16ish. I'd love that 16 goals for Sammy Nicholson. There you go. You got an admirer as well. I love Jake's glasses.
They say thanks to Specsavers for that. That's I think, to be fair, I'm going to have a quick look a second. I think these are exactly the same as mine. Yes, they are. But they're in red. They're my mother's.
Hal Robson Kanu. Are you having a laugh? Hal Robson Kanu to League Two.
He was shit before you guys moved to West Brom anyway.
Here we go. He was apparently Fabrizio Romano's announced it.
Oh, you had me for 3 seconds. I thought
you actually thought Fabrizio's would be like, oh yeah, Wells Euro star. Well, he was not the Euro's just gone, but the last Euros he was. Last one. Oh my! How Robson Kanu? He would never come to League Two. Well, what's going on my internet? My internet is luckily well.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's been a quality stream.
I think it's because I have my mic muted. There we go.
What's this? Harry Barter. What's that? Harry Barter. Well, Harry Barter's going to be our new signing, our top goal scorer.
What's that in context of? Yeah. So what's the?
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
Someone put a compilation together and just do out of context when Rovers log streams. It'd just be talking about breakfast sausages, breakfast holidays, and fucking random people's names out of context.
Well, knowing that page on Twitter is probably someone will one day probably do that anyway.
They're already there, mate.
Well, James is saying Harry Barter in the know. Harry Barter in the know. Oh yeah. This is right actually. Who was that kiddie that we signed? I can't remember his name.
Is it? I don't want to sound. This is going to sound bad, but his name was like Hassan Ghassan, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, it was. It was, wasn't it? Like Hassan. Yeah, it was. I swear it was Hassan Ghassan or whatever.
I mean, yeah.
He's fab. Mate. Yeah, James in the know. Harry Barter. He probably like quote tweeted it or something.
Yeah,
like saying announce Kanu or something. JCH, yeah, just get him back in. He hasn't scored yet. He needs some confidence. Get down to League Two and send us up, lad.
Yeah, well, he's still on suspension, isn't he? So we can come back to get some fitness back.
What's that? The Filton Fab, the Filton Fabrizio. Yeah, when when can we call? Hey, what's that? What a legend this guy was. He was the best on the ball, but he couldn't finish. Fabian Brogam, and that brings back awful memories.
He was all right, man, until he got his.
He was all right, but he just couldn't finish. 100%. I wonder. It'd be interesting to. What do you reckon? Do you reckon a video in the near future, like where is the like 2011-12 squad? Where are they now?
Yeah,
like Fabian Broghammer, like playing in like the 5th or 6th division of Germany now, or he was, wasn't he?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, he was down in the lower leagues, but yeah, he wasn't even a bad player.
Fabian, God, that brings back some proper memories, mine. Fabian, I'm trying to think. Like, was that as long ago when we had the likes of Tom Eaves on loan?
Yeah, I think that was the same season. Yeah. We had a pair called Rugby Bolvinson. He was here for about.
He was here for about 10. He was here for about 2 minutes, wasn't he?
And I think it was that same summer we played City in a Lewis Carey testimonial, and we had.
What was that when Carey Kenneth come off because he was out of breath? And he said he was injured.
But we had a goalkeeper who used to play for Everton. He played his whole career as a backup keeper. I want to say it was like Stuart Taylor. He was like trial-on keeper for us at that point. But he was like at Arsenal, Everton. Like he played his whole career as a backup keeper. But there's so many like
all these names coming out now. What is going on?
When people say the streets would remember. Alex Wall. I tell you what, I saw Alex Wall play on Monday for Havant and Waterlooville. I saw him play Chippenham.
Oh yeah, he's there, isn't he now? Jesus.
Yeah, he was fucking rubbish.
I tell you what who brings back some memories, mine. He had a cheeky little loan spell. I don't know if he's still playing now. Well, he probably is. He wasn't that. He was young when we got him. But remember Tom Hitchcock?
Yes, yeah.
When he used to do that. When he used to do that celebration, when he used to like clip both feet. Do you remember?
Oh yeah. Oh, and I used to hate
Tom Hitchcock on loan.
Popular on FIFA as well. I used to hate that celebration.
Yeah.
We've
had some players, mine, haven't we?
Yeah, Tom. Who else? We had some. Yeah, Broghammer was all right.
That's how we got a few names here coming as well. Bloody Ben Swallow.
Oh, I remember the last game I sort of remember him playing was
Jesus. What are these names, man?
I think
these are bringing back
bad
memories.
First memory I had of him was he came on when I was mascot for a game against Aldershot in 2009 in the League Cup. And my last memory I had of him was he got sent off for Rovers against Corby. he practically snapped the player's leg in half after about 2 minutes.
Crawley Town, man, back in like the FA Cup or something.
It was the Tottenham game. That was the one on TV where he beat him 6-1. He came on for about 2 minutes and then.
AFC Tottenham, mate. Jesus Christ, that was when like Carriol and Byron Anthony, wasn't it? Carriol scored that screamer. Yeah, Woodard scored as well. Look at all these names for mine. Rory Fallon, the New Zealand international. Oh,
I remember when he came in, like because that was the season under Clark.
He was shocking, mind. He was so past it.
But people came in like, because obviously Connor Thomas got his move to Burnley, didn't he? And fair play to him. But people were like, we could add him to like the list of players that didn't play like McBurney. But McBurney only came in at the time as backup cover because that was the year we got promoted. So of course he wasn't going to play. Of course I didn't play.
Back then he was like
McBurney.
Yeah, back then he's like only. Where was he on?
He was at Chester before he came to us because he scored against us.
Yeah. When we battered him, wasn't it? Remember Adam Dawson? Yeah. What a baller he was.
Yeah, I remember.
Proper conference baller he was.
Alao Della Verde. Remember him as well.
Oh my God! I remember that game one. It was against Barnet, wasn't it? He rinsed the ex-QPR player Andy Cook. He absolutely rinsed. I think I still got the photo on my Facebook. He like nutmegged him. It was
Yeah.
I tell you what, I like this guy, Omari Tunkara.
Omari Tunkara.
I never forget that. Go on.
I remember. No, was it the game against Dagenham you were going to say?
Yeah, Dagenham.
Yeah.
Tunkara,
I tell you what.
When we had man like Connor Goff in goal.
Yeah, I think that might have been the season before, but I remember he joined right at the end of that campaign. But I remember Tunkara scored like 2 goals. I wasn't there that day, but I can tell you exactly what I was doing because around that time in the UK is when Dacia first came to the UK. So me and my father were out in the car, and there was loads of Dacia Sanderos. So we got like Cook's garage by where we live. And I remember we were just looking at all the Sanderos, and we were reading the Rovers score, and we just blitzed Dagenham like 4-2. I think it was under Wardy. You were like, promotion next season, here we go. And relegated, didn't we?
Yeah, Gary Kenneth. God, me. Gary Kenneth and bloody Virgo. Oh, my God. What an absolute. Oh, my God.
I'm going to say something controversial now, like I always do.
Don't say he was good, because he bloody wasn't.
No.
Him, Guy Branston and Gary Kenneth were the worst 3 centre-backs I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, say, right?
Oh, mate, Guy Branston,
I thought Kenneth was okay until...
Are you serious?
Yes, I do. I thought he was okay until the rearranged.
Have you seen like all the mistakes? Like, I can even in my head now, because it was ages ago, but that must have been, honestly, I remember every single game he used to like either be chasing a striker and then just fall over or just get absolutely skinned. Like that was when we had that.
Watch somebody's back, yeah. Honestly,
that was when we had like that was the season we had like Tom Eaves on loan. It was like we had Tom Eaves, we had Anienza, Michael Smith, who was one of my favourite Rovers players. Michael Smith. I remember like he's like one of the only photos I've had with like that was ages ago. I was like 13 or 14 at the time, but that was a long time ago. Joker 4. I love Joker 4.
He was alright, man. I call him Joker 4 touch because you had to take like 4 touches. The only good chance, or the only 2 times he done something quickly, was that goal against Leicester and that last minute equaliser against Leeds.
Yeah,
that was the only 2 things where you had to make some of that quick decision.
Honestly, mate, that Leicester goal was absolutely insane. That Leicester, it's crazy back then, man. Playing, you had Norwich, Leeds, and Leicester.
Yeah,
all in League One. It's mental.
That's what I was telling. I was listening to Campbell's podcast on Retro Rovers, and I don't think Trollope gets enough of the credit for around that time. Name my fish after Joker 4.
Come on, Joey.
Joker 4 was the first Rovers player I had transferred onto the back of my shirt.
Was it?
I think. Apart after my own name. Yeah,
he was class, my money.
He was all right.
I used to love him. He was just like a proper never stop going. Oh my God.
He does play for Cheltenham. He does. He didn't play on Monday.
Have you seen how many clubs he's been at?
Fucking
I tell you what, he was. I remember so many people. A lot of my mates back then used to say, "Oh, Alfie Kilgore, what a ball!" I thought he was dog. The first time, because I played against him a few times because he used to play for Henbury Colts, and he's the same age,
isn't he?
I'm pretty sure he's the same age as me, or maybe a year older. But even then, a year older, they used to play with the people my age. But he used to play for Henbury, and he was good for Henbury, but he wasn't Rovers good, and I thought he was terrible. I really did. And you see now, he went from like Derby to like Eastleigh to Yeovil to Weymouth.
Notts County.
Notts County. Now at Chippenham. So Fraser Forster. God, that was like 2001.
Oh, he was good, man. He was all right. I mean, I remember because he was there for about 5 games, and then Rovers went, "Oh yeah, he was good." I think the only reason why he left was because it was a really short-term loan. Because I think at the beginning of that season, we were hoping to sell Steve Phillips to a Turkish club, which fell through. So I think that's partly why we only had Forster just as temporary. Because the thing is, he went to Norwich and then he won their Player of the Year.
Yeah.
But I think the original plan was to sell Phillips, and I think we were either going to keep Forster permanent or for the season. Or try and get someone else when the Phillips's move fell through. But yeah, no, Fraser Forster, I thought he was all right for us. I mean, he went on to have a decent career after, but remember we had like Rhys Evans. He was in goal for one game. He had like number 52 on his back. I don't know if you can even remember Rhys Evans. He was with us about 20 years ago and came back about 8 or 9 years later.
I tell you who was crap, and it still sticks in my brain now, right? It must have been the season that Buckle got sacked, right? And we were at home. This was when Nick Powell was this big young talent, right? Crew at home, right? We lost 5-2 at home. And I remember Lance Cronin.
Yes. Lance Cronin.
He was an absolute, oh my God. I remember that game. He was an absolute shocker of a keeper.
Where is he now? I want to find out where he is.
He's probably not even playing now. Who was that other guy? Who was that other guy? I think we had him, not a keeper, but he was was it Mitch Harding?
Oh, yeah.
Because he retired, didn't he? And he went to own a gym or something, or personal trainer.
Yeah,
personal trainer.
Lance Cronin.
Lance
Cronin last played for Whitehawk in 2015. He's not at the club since.
How old is he now?
He's now 35, so he hasn't played since he was 30. The only real
he probably plays for some Sunday League club or something. He was terrible, man. Lance Cronin. We've had some awful. Him and Connor Goff, even Bevan. I thought Bevan. I didn't hate him. I like the bloke, but he was crap.
100%. Like, you look at some players that we had around the time, like
Buddy Buckle, man. What an absolute shocker! What an absolute donkey of a manager he was.
I never remember. Mitch Harding now works as a personal trainer in Lincolnshire, apparently. I tell you another person. Can you remember Jamie Lucas? Where everyone was saying
what the striker?
Centre forward, yeah.
Jamie plays. Where is he now?
Evesham United, he now plays for. Since he's left Rovers, he's been at Bath, Brackley, Weston, Holsowin, Redditch on loan, and now Evesham. But his Wikipedia hasn't been updated since January 2021. According to this, he joined Evesham in 2020 after a loan spell. So putting the two together, he's played 12 league games for Evesham and scored 6 goals. But they are in the Southern League Division 1 South, which is the same league as Mangotsfield, I think.
Jesus.
So that's
I remember whenever everyone was like, yeah, he's like really, really. To be fair, when I seen him play, I thought he was all right, but there's so many in there like that have Brian. I tell you what, Ryan Brunt, I really liked. Again, like you said, injuries.
I
remember that game, Friday night game against Barnet when he scored the last minute winner when Edgar Davids was playing and we won 2-1. That was
I think that
class.
might have been his. I think that might have been his last goal for us. I think, or that, or it might
Yeah,
have
it
been the
might have
Wigan
been.
game around that time. I
Yeah.
always remember he was. I thought he was a good player for us, man.
Scott McLeish and David Clark. Tell you what, Scott McLeish has to be about 50 now.
Oh, Scott
Surely.
McLeish, let's have a look.
He was like 37.
I've got the,
He was like
I've got the
37
Wikipedia
when he
open
was
now.
playing for us.
He is 47 now, Scott McLeish. So he must have been 30, born in 74. Born in 74. So yeah, he's 37.
Jesus Christ, man.
But I shit you not, right? So he left Rovers. He
He's
still
played for
plays
loads
now.
of clubs, hasn't he? He still plays, doesn't he?
He still plays. He plays for Leverstock Green. Okay. So since he's left Rovers, all right, he went to Barnet on loan. Barnet on loan. And bear in mind, he played for 5 clubs in a year. Okay. So he went to Barnet, Whitehawk, Chesham, Enfield, Wilston. That was just until 2013 alone. He left us in 2012. Okay. So joined Wilston in 2013, was there for 4 years, scored 44 and 112, which ain't too bad considering his age. Went to Chesham United, Hendon, Edgware Town, and now he's at Leverstock Green. So credit to him, he's still playing, and they're playing in the
crazy. 47. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's quite a low level, but still, and anyone that step 9, it's still hard to play when you for like that age, 47.
Elvis Hammond.
No,
I remember the name. He never. I don't think he ever played for Rovers, but I do remember. I think he played for Colchester United. I don't.
Oh my God! I've just seen. God, that is a throwback. The season we got the 2 players. Oh my God! Remember him?
Elvis Hammond did have a brief loan spell with us.
Exeter legend, Alan Gow.
Alan Gow, yes. I didn't think he was that bad.
No,
until he got the injury.
Yeah, because he was. I remember he was amazing at X. That's taking it back, man. God, Elliot Richards. I loved Elliot Richards.
But for a swap for Alan Gow, though, I'm not sure about that.
I need another Alan Gow, Elliot Richards swap deal, in my opinion.
Yeah. But to be fair, Alan Gow, he spent a couple of years out of the game. He after he left Exeter, he went to St Mirren. He spent quite a bit of time out of the league here out of playing football, because he left Exeter in 2014, didn't join St Mirren until 2015, was there for a year, and then was out of the game for about 2 years before having a brief trial at Stirling Albion and was at Queen's Park as a reason is 2019, but it still seems to be without a club. I mean, he's 38.
How old is he? He must be getting on now a bit. Mid-30s.
Alan Gow is 38, Alan Gow.
38, Jesus. Wow, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was last playing in the Scottish League too.
Tell you another player who I really liked and is still playing. He's about 37. I seen it the other day because it come up. Player I really liked. Didn't score loads of goals, but I remember there was one goal. If I say the game, you should know. Leeds away. Striker. We were 1-0 up, and we lost for Leeds to get promoted.
Oh, Darryl Duffy.
Yeah, still playing. He plays
Duffy.
He's
in India now, isn't he?
No, he was in India, but he went back to Scotland. I think it's something like Stirling Albion or something. He's getting on, but yeah, he's still playing. Yeah, he's still scoring goals. Darryl Duffy. I think it's Stirling or something like that, or Montrose or something like that. Because I was watching.
Playing for Stranraer. Yeah.
Oh, Stranraer. Yeah. Yeah,
I didn't do bad actually.
Yeah.
He scored 4 and 10. 4 and
10.
Oh,
what about that? What about that Qaid Mohammed? The bloody drug dealer.
He's playing for the fucking.
He's playing for the prison team. Jesus.
Fucking hell, man.
Paul Tate.
Just like
Adam Smith. God, he was shit.
Is that the goalkeeper?
Yeah, he was terrible, man.
I think we were talking about him the other week.
He was just calamity, wasn't he? He used to just come out. He didn't care. He just take someone out mate, he was terrible.
He used to spin around, didn't he? When he used to take a goal kick, he used to fucking
he was like, oh my God, he was terrible. I remember Gillingham away when we got battered. He was an absolute calamity. What happened to Charlie? I think he went into hairdressing or estate agent.
I can tell you a bit about Charlie Reese because I followed him on Instagram. He started doing work basically in Dubai in the United Emirates. He's always taking pictures in a fancy suit. But yeah, I think he does he did go into a bit of hair cutting and stuff, and other bits and bobs. But yeah, like this sounds a
God,
bit weird, but check out his Instagram because he's been to some nice places. Jealous of the fucker.
Yeah, he's probably doing better than if he was playing in like League One, League Two. Yeah, mate, he was amazing, man. Charlie Colkett. That one even that. I remember that team. I think we sort of finished like mid-table with that team, but
it's the season Taylor left, wasn't it?
Yeah, that team. It was like Taylor, Bowden, Bowden, Gaffney. That was when we had Keller Roos as well. God, he's now first choice for Derby.
Fair play to him, man.
Clark Salter, Connor Roberts on loan as well. Connor Roberts on loan as well that season. Just gone to Burnley the other day, of course. Yeah. He hardly played for us, didn't he? Either he didn't really play a lot. Roberts, I think he played him.
He was one of those players. Nobody saw Clark. He never played him. He was one of those where I thought Clark should have played him. Like McBurney, as I said earlier, I don't blame Clarkey for not playing him, but Roberts, I thought was never given a chance.
That game though, did you go to that MK Dons game when Colkett done that flick?
Yeah, because
mate, he was unbelievable, man. I thought he was excellent, and then obviously after us, he went to flipping Swindon, didn't he?
Yeah,
didn't they get relegated as well that season?
Oh, I think they did as well. Let me have a look.
Sure they did.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he did. Third bottom. Yeah, third bottom.
Yeah.
Their top scorer that season was Jonathan Obika.
Yeah, he's at Morecambe now.
Morecambe, yeah. He's had so many clubs. He was at fucking Tottenham and said he was 24.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because I remember now because Colkett plays for that Ostersons, Dunny, who Graham Potter used to manage, and he plays with another. I don't know if you kept on like. Have you heard of Blair Turgott? Blair Turgott,
yeah, rings a bell. Yeah.
West Ham Academy. He was actually on
at Bradford for a while.
Yeah, Bradford. He actually plays for the Jamaican national team as well. He starts with like Leon Bailey.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I would just say that's got to be from descent, surely.
Yeah. He's not. He used to play. Now what film is it? He used to be in a film. Is it? Green Street, the first Green Street. Have you seen it? Have you seen Green Street?
Green Street.
The first one where they're
not a fan of it.
He's Blair Turgott is in that film. He's actually in it because when I think one of the blokes that he's like a PE teacher at school, and the kids running around, and Blair Turgott is one of the kids. I seen it somewhere, and then I watched the film. I was like, yeah, it is him, but. God, we've had some players. God, Colkett was a baller, man. Both feet.
Interesting about Blair Turgott. Just reading up on his good old wiki.
He was in the National League, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah, he's still there. He was. Yeah, he was. He was playing for.
And then he went from National League to bloody Ostersons, I think.
A bit of a weird turnaround, but about Barrow Turkey in 2017, we won't spend too much on this one because of legal stuff. In 2017, he was charged with offences relating to fraud and money laundering. He was subsequently cleared. It's a bit useless of saying this now. Subsequently cleared of charge of converting criminal property, while a jury failed to reach a verdict on the other charge of fraud. I was on his personal stuff on Wikipedia page. David Pipe.
Yeah, David Pipe.
I thought he was all right. I never forget that cross he put in for Jeffrey Hughes at the Leeds game at the Met. That was a hell of a game, that was. Like, the ball was going out, just Kel Roos. Yeah, but I tell you what, because then we spent more of this stream talking about, how
we literally have. It's literally been going like over an hour and a half. But it's been good, though, just chatting about, right? I mean, it's quite interesting, isn't it, when you go and look back at all the players you've had, all the players that were good, and all the players that were. Oh my God! I've just seen a name that was. Who
I think
Bradford away. I tell you what, talking about Bradford though, Keller Roos, right?
Fucking shithole.
One of the best that game. I think it was Colkett's first debut. I think of when he come on and scored the goal, drew 1-1. And Keller Roos made one of the best
Oh
saves.
yes,
Remember that?
yeah, I remember.
Before he was in, and he's somehow. I think it was Kyle Reid, like the left mid. He whipped it in, and I think I don't know who they had. It might have been Naki. No, it wouldn't have been Naki Wells then, but I don't know who it was. But it was literally the open goal, and Keller-Roos somehow got down to it and saved it. And it
was a great save.
And their fans were just about to celebrate, and it was like 18,000 in there, and it was hilarious. But what a save, though!
I think you're going to mention the absolute stunning game of the season. Well, the brilliant performance the following season against Bradford from fucking Mr. Johnny Byrne at the 12:30 kickoff.
That's what I seen. I just seen that name when he got absolutely done by his old mate White, wasn't it? White got a hat trick, and Johnny Byrne. Oh my! Yeah. He plays for some crappy team now, doesn't he? God,
I think he's down.
He was terrible, mate. That game. I remember.
I'll tell you something. The only thing I remember about that game was I put a £1 on. Right, this is about when this is when I was waiting to give you a bit of a life story. This is about when I was in between. I already had the job that I'm at now, but I wasn't starting due to they had to do background checks and stuff. So I had to get my last job quickly as I could. So I was bored, so I took up betting. Awful idea. However, I stuck a £1 on 6 away results to come in. I didn't know what it was. My returns was 60 quid, right?
Oh, you actually put the one on Rovers to win?
No, I went on Rovers, right? I learned never bet on the early kickoff, right?
Yeah.
I did a £1 bet, 60 quid return, so it was 59 to 1. I cashed out at £4, and the whole thing came in. I was so pissed. The whole thing came in. I remember that game
because it was. I watched it in my local. I think it was the
on Sky, wasn't it?
Yeah, the horse and jockey near me, and God, Johnny Byrne, Christ, because when it 3-1, I think it was 3-1 because didn't Nichols have that worldy shot off the crossbar, and then Bowden scored the tap in. I think it was that.
That's right.
But Johnny Byrne, what an absolute! That was one of the worst games I've ever seen from a centre back. Got absolutely, and it's funny because I remember they were saying in the Sky was saying oh yeah, it should be interesting because why can Johnny Byrne? I think they were the same age and they used to both be at Middlesbrough, and then he obviously comes to us and he's an absolute shambles. That's another one. Tell you what, this name brings back FIFA 12, FIFA 13 days when I had my Notts County career mode. Fabian Spice. God.
Oh yes. He played for us on.
Remember the German keeper, and he done that. Was it walking away? Yeah. I remember that when he was at Notts County, and he was remember obviously FIFA's obviously not real life, but it was showing high potential when he was in goal, and oh my God, punched that.
I don't know where he's at now.
He's
now plays for Whitby Town or somewhere.
God. There it is. Whitby Town.
Fabian Spies, last played for Nantwich as of 2017. According to his Wikipedia, hasn't been updated since April of 2017. So I'm not sure what he was doing. But I got a story to tell you, right? So that Torquay game where we won and remember the Torquay player thought he'd remember he started celebrating in front of us lot. So I remember he went off celebrating, and a couple of weeks later, this is about when Torquay ran some mad financial problems, and basically he retired 2 weeks later. I think he came back to playing football eventually. I'm not sure who his name was now, but he said he earned more money from flogging cars than playing for Torquay, which is why he left.
Well, I think
Is it Jordan Seabright? Or is it
might be.
Me?
Yeah, what the goalkeeper you mean?
For Torquay, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, I want to say it was.
I tell you what, I liked Ryan Sweeney though. Did you like Sweeney?
His first spell. Yeah, his first loan spell was okay. When he came back the following season, I don't think he was all that.
I remember when I remember when I went to Wimbledon away where we won 1-0 and Byron Moore scored in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And Ryan Sweeney's dad was there. His mum and dad were there in the away end. And yeah,
he had
I
a loan
remember.
spell at Wimbledon, didn't he? I think beforehand. Did he?
No, he was. That's where he come through. He come through Wimbledon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then went to Stoke. He's playing with Charlie Adam now, isn't he? In the Scottish Premier League. He's with Charlie Adam and who else? Is it Jakubiaks at Dundee as well?
The Dundee,
I think so.
yeah. But I was just reading about as I mentioned about Jordan Seabright. So yeah, he made 6 appearances for Torquay. I think he joined the summer that they went down. So yeah, he in February 2015, this is not long after, he announced his retirement from football, would have decided to begin a new career as a car salesman. After in 2015, he then joined Gosport Barrow when his first choice keeper was injured. So he was at Gosport for a game. He was then out of the game for another 2 years, moved to Weymouth in 2017 and was there for a season and played 20 games. So I think he's out of the game now. But weird how sort of football can change so quickly, though. And it's a very short career. And when you look at sort of players that have done big things, sort of big moments in football, you look at like Jimmy Glass, for example, arguably. You look at the Football League's top 10.
Wait, was that the one? Was that the goalkeeper that scored?
Exactly. You don't have to know fuck all about the rest of the guy.
The goal. I remember just seeing the video on YouTube, and it was like, and the goalkeeper scored, Jeff. Yeah, it was on Soccer Saturday.
But there's this one video from, I'm not sure if it was the local commentary out there, but like where the commentator celebrated, it's not like his voice like split halfway through, but it was amazing. But you think that moment, that Jimmy Glass, that big moment, that should write him into footballing legendary. And I think within about 2 years, he was working as an IT consultant. But
crazy.
He's got to remember, and he said that there was a thing, this video documentary he did must have been sort of 17 or 18 years ago. And he said, if I'm ever having a bad day, I just think of that moment. It doesn't matter what happens in the rest of his life. He'll have that moment. God. And the people of Carlisle would love him forever because that practically kept the club afloat, let alone keep him in the bloody Football League. And it had the opposite effect on Scarborough because it relegated Scarborough. And then that was the crazy of their financial problems. And they ended up going bust 6 or 7 years later. So I tell you what, that's the ground I would like to see when they eventually build themselves back up, is to go to Scarborough because I think they had to ground share someone for a long, long time. And they only just moved back. Like they built a new stadium from like the community, basically. So they're all fan owned, but they've really have like sort of rebuilt themselves really well. So if Scarborough ever come back up to the Football League, I'd love to go there. Yeah, but we'll probably end up going the other fucking way, and they'll come past us. But there you go.
Yeah. We was on about that earlier, Martin. It was like the magical three: Alex Wall, Jamie White, and Bradley Goldberg.
Fuck, Bradley Goldberg. What's he up to now? So I know he went to Welling and all, didn't he?
Oh, look at that, man. Khalid Mohammed switching balls to Joey for HMPFC.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, dear.
Oh, I still can't believe that when it come up just out of nowhere, like Khalid Mohammed, blah blah blah.
It's just so random. Yeah, I'm just reading about Bradley Goldberg. So he left Welling in 2020, and he scored 23 and 102. He's like a 1 goal every 4 striker, basically. He's not played since leaving Welling in 2020. So, I just
I love that. There's from earlier. Big up to Harry. Says, love a mention on the stream from Big Lars piping up. I'm not in the net. But it was like hashtag announce Robson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hashtag announce Kano or something.
Oh no, I'll be the day. But no, I just think also tonight. So I know we spent like an hour like not talking.
It's literally we've done like about 55 minutes on the actual preview, then the next like nearly an hour just talking about old Rovers players. Mental.
100%.
Bit funny though, just the names coming up.
But no, I think it's. Do you remember Adam Cunnington?
Adam Cunnington.
Yeah.
Oh, what a finish, mind. I remember the first away day, Lincoln away.
Yeah.
When it was Sinclair, Ledbetter, because that was when Taylor missed a penalty, won it, and then Ellis Harrison scored the winner. That was absolute scenes.
I'm just
Look
having
how
to
far
scroll through.
Lincoln have come as well, mine. Bloody conference. They were
100%.
crap back then as well.
I'm just having to scroll through some of these comments. So someone put about Abdullah Baggy. I saw him on Monday. I think he was on the bench for
He's at
Chippenham. He
Whitehall.
was.
Oh, is it Chippenham now, is it?
I think he was at Chippenham. I think. Shows how
No,
much attention I paid.
he's at Havant, isn't he?
Or he might have been there. He was
Because I remember
there.
he was on the bench when we played him. Yeah, Lambert goal.
To be fair, though,
Ledbitter's an interesting one. I did like. To be fair, he done so well considering he used to run like, because he was like cross-eyed as well. If you actually look at him, he was like that. It was so weird.
He had my lazy eye permanently.
It was weird. I seen him once. Must have been like one of the opening days back in the conference or something. And I seen him, and he looked like, I was like, what? But to be fair, he done really well. He's had his best times at a footballer with Rovers, getting the promotions and stuff.
His hamstrings were made of cheese strings, weren't they?
He's at Gloucester, isn't he now?
He is. Yeah,
he's at Gloucester with Matt McClure. Remember that Wickham away day when
that
Matt McClure scored that like scorpion kick. That's him.
Oh,
he played,
yes, was that the 1-0, wasn't it? Just after the Arcades.
No. They went. We went 1-0 up, and then he bloody equalised with some next scorpion Bicey or something.
I know the one you're on about. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, I think it's been good. Sort of from. We still got like 25 people in here at the moment.
Yeah, it's just interesting, isn't it?
I mean, I get the strong sense it's a strong testosterone audience in here, I think. But, it's
people are just bringing up all these.
But I think it's good for us blokes to just sort of have a fucking chin wag, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because it feels like
you chat all day about anything about Rovers.
Well, 100%.
That is the main reason why I started this channel. Like, I started this channel just because I like Rovers, and like I could chat all day about anyone, any Rovers or whatever. That's literally why I started it. No, because obviously I started it quite late, but it's good, man. I like it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Get him back, innit? Bring back Jake Goslin, man.
I think he's out of the game altogether now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think.
But as you said there, Charlie, it doesn't matter when you sort of start something. The thing is, you can
just got to do it, and you
just got to do it, mate. At the end of the day, you've done really well from where you started and sort of to what you're now doing. So didn't ever say anything like that. No, you've done really well, and anyone should, and like I was with you when it in the bar, and they've. The guy who I know, and they've said how well you've done. So just keep doing what you're doing, mate. You should be immensely proud of yourself. So keep going, man. So
remember his goal? Was it Southport? He scored an absolute banger when we won 1-1.
And Alfredton, wasn't it?
Alfredton, yeah. Big up everyone tuning in though. PC10HD, big up. And to Fane as well. Sunderland YouTuber, go and subscribe to him as well. I'll tell
you something here, right? So I've just been speaking of the Gibraltar sensation, Jake Goslin, right? So I'm reading up on his good old wiki. Now, anyone I know can fiddle with this. I understand this, okay?
Yeah.
But he left Torquay in 2018, 2017, 2018. He spent a couple of years out the game, and he re-signed with Sporting Caholsa, I think. I was going to pronounce it right.
Who?
Sporting Caholsa.
Where is that? That's obviously foreign, isn't it?
No, they play in England, and they currently play in the Northern Premier League Division 1.
Sporting.
Okay, so they're up in the north. So he joined them in 2019-20. He scored one goal in his 6 league games. Right, this is league appearances, right? So last season obviously was a lot shorter due to the pandemic and so on, right? So they're playing at the time in the Midland League, which is step 10, I think, or step 9. No, step 9 they were playing in, right?
That's low, man. So, even I used to play. Yeah. I used to play high. I used to play I don't know, maybe 8th for like.
So
what's the team in Newent Town?
Yeah. So he was then playing last season in the Midland League. He played 10 games in the league and scored 10 goals He's got an average of 10 goals. And then this season, they're now playing in the Northern Premier League Division 1 Midlands, which I want to say is a new league. I want to say this league wasn't here last season. I think it's been.
Yeah,
I think it's a new league that's been added into like the Northern Premier areas. Yeah, it has been. Yeah, it's a new league, I think. But he's got 3 goals in his first 2 fucking games. Like, I was like,
he's balling. Yeah, but that's why he's doing it though, because he's in that other one.
I don't know if it was like when Andy Sandow went to Chippenham. He went to
He got
to Chippenham.
Goals, didn't he?
He went there as a striker and just scored fucking bag loads.
He's loads. Yeah, that's mad though. Ansu Fati getting the number 10 for Barcelona. That's putting a lot of pressure on him though. Jesus, he's still only young, and I couldn't believe it when I seen that. But he number 10, but be crazy. See how well he does. Maybe he might turn into Messi, get like 91 goals in a season, calendar year or whatever.
I don't know, who is he? I've never heard of this bloke.
Mate, do you not watch any other football than Rovers, or you just like Rovers?
Or non-league? No, I didn't know.
Nah, but no, yeah. Basically, he's a young Spanish player, Barcelona, and he is quality, to be fair, but they've given him the new number 10. So that's pretty mad after taking Messi. Four Blue says
they practically just turned around and put a giant boulder on the back of him, basically.
Mental,
take your shot, yeah.
Mental. Yeah, big up everyone tuning in there. Hit the like button if you already haven't. Do subscribe if you're new, if there's anyone new tuning in as well. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in, always supporting the watch Green Street last night. Didn't notice at the time, ex-West Ham and Rotherham. Yeah, West Ham, yeah, that's where he come through. I mean, I think that's why he was in the film, because it was sort of West Ham versus Millwall, isn't it? That Green Street. So here he is. Big Chris is in the chat as well. Evening chat, I'll see you at the weekend. Hopefully a win. Yeah, by the way, if you haven't already, if you weren't here earlier giving us our score predictions, what's your score predictions for Saturday's game? Because Jake's gone with a 2-0 win. I've gone with a 4-0 win. And Josh, like Pirate Pundit, has gone for a 4-1 Rovers win. So be interesting to see what everyone thinks and how confident.
We got a comment here from Neil Davis. Says Gosling now works with the military as a strength and conditioning coach around the Wolverhampton area. So that probably explains why he's playing it. Yeah, it's a fair play to him. Harry Barter says Adam Jory. He's only here for a little bit of time, wasn't he?
Oh my, yeah, Adam Jory won it. Jesus Christ.
Gav, I'm bouncing around the comments. I'm also taking your gig now, Char.
Yeah,
Gav D also says
it now. There's a lot of comments, so I'm trying to see.
Right. Gav D says couple of shocking strikers, Mickey Evans and Lee Matthews. Yeah, Lee Matthews was I think he joined on loan from Bristol City. He played just as I was just started watching. But yeah, he wasn't. And I think Mickey Evans, I think we signed him for 250,000 after Roberts left. And was shit, apparently, and was sent back to Plymouth. He was sort of
that's crazy.
He flew back off there, but Gas not releasing any more away kits. Is that true? Is it?
It just says thoughts on Gas not releasing any more away kits. 8 weeks after the launch, and they've given up. He wants more. He wants another one.
No, they are bringing more in. They are bringing more.
Are they?
Rovers said that. Yeah, they are. Rovers just put.
Oh right, yeah. They're. I thought he was on about. I thought he was on about a different away kit altogether.
Oh no,
maybe
Rovers
maybe
like with 20.
Yeah, maybe like a fourth. Yeah, Brogham was just so weak. Peter Cowley. I don't have a clue who he is. Who's Peter Cowley?
Peter Cowley. I'm gonna feel bad now for not knowing.
It depends. I probably don't know him because I started watching Rovers in 2000. What are you doing? Like muting it, just eating biscuits. Jesus Christ! I'm not even having my tea yet, and there's you just munching biscuits like on the street.
Can I just say, as soon as I mute the the mic, it buggers the internet up on your end.
Just don't mute the mic then.
It's like it has
Yeah,
magical
here it is.
powers.
Filton
Like,
Fab. Filton Fabrizio it was, wasn't it? That's what Tom said earlier. The Filton Fabrizio Romano. He's just sat in his like little studio giving out the hashtag announce. How Robson Kanu. Yeah, that's mental, mate. Have you seen that? Have you seen Ipswich sign that? I don't know if anyone. He was at Swansea, right? He was an absolute baller at Swansea, right? And he used to play for Ipswich a few years ago when he was at Man City. And he was at Swansea. He went to Nantes in France for £4 million.
I beg your pardon.
2 seasons ago, and now he's just gone back to Ipswich, and they've signed like 25 players. They've got about 10 strikers.
Yeah.
So I've never seen anything. Tell you what, I remember his naughty goal away at Rotherham and at home to Accrington, I want to say. I remember him, Andy Dorman, the midfielder. Didn't he used to play for Palace? I think it was Palace he played for. Mickey Evans and Liam Matthews. What's this? BRC Tom serving humble pie since 2005.
Jeez, making us feel old there, mate.
Jesus. Yeah, I feel pretty old after that. I was like 96.
I was off down the YouTube rabbit hole. Okay, so I've just seen I thought, when was the first thing of this that I did with you? And the first sort of prediction I did with you was the Shrewsbury home game where we beat them. What was it? 2-0, 2-1. And
was that the first one? Was it? What as in the actual live streams? You mean?
That was the first live stream I've done with you.
Predictions. Because remember, because I used to do that. I used to do fans predictions, but then people didn't really want to come on. So I was like, I'll just start doing live streams because I didn't know there was like StreamYard about, because obviously I'll do it soon, but I'll get like when you can edit, you know where it says StreamYard in the corner.
Yeah.
Well, I'll because this is free, but if you do the paid version, which is like £20 a month, you can have I could have like edit and have like One Rovers vlogs, like my logo and stuff. But
yeah. So I was on your
that when it was it the Shrewsbury game when we nearly bowled it?
I was on your third ever one of these. That was the first time I was on there. The first one you did was the Swindon one that was called off. And then it was Gillingham away. God, and then I think the first one with myself was Shrewsbury at home. But I've just seen like the amount of difference that I look sort of from then, because I think at the time I lost like maybe I started to lose weight. I think I lost maybe 10 pounds or so by that point.
They got Mitch as well, by the way, and Adam the Great. But yeah, God, you've read all these comments. There's just so many comments. But yeah, Adam Drury, man. Adam Drury, God, yeah. It was that other one that was meant to be some next baller, and he Alex Henshaw. Type him up. God, he's been at low because he was the one that was from Swindon but went to Man City Academy when he was young, wasn't he?
That's the one. Yeah.
We have. You're right, Chris. We've had some absolutely disgusting players in the past.
Alex Henshaw. Let's have a look.
Chris says I don't have a clue, but they have Craig still, and he was class at the back for us. Mate, if you want some confidence, go and watch Crawley's highlights last night from Charlton and Craig when they lost 6-1. Honestly, Craig was like, just kept backing off. So hopefully Sammy can scare the living daylights out of him.
Apparently, Alex Henshaw scored a goal for us, apparently.
Yeah, he did. He Accrington away.
Oh, that's why I can't remember.
When we lost 2-1, of course, we never beat Accrington.
I've never done Accrington. I'm one of the few grounds I haven't done.
Mate, carry on, man.
As a 2020, Henshaw was at Swindon Supermarine, so it's not very far from him to go. So they're in, quite low down.
I tell you what, he was one of my. I remember Carriol a lot because do you know the King's Head pub in like Whitehall that do like the Jamaican food and stuff?
That's right. Yeah.
Next to the playing field, right? So because they've always done pretty decent food in there. So I think it was my mum's birthday, and we all went down there, and because I've seen him there before, like because Ruben Reed, is from Bristol, and he used to go in there, and that Sunday, it was a funny one actually. Everyone should know who he is. Played for the neighbours down the road. I seen Leroy Lita and Mustafa Carriol. They were both in there, and I was like, what? Like how they and Lita. I remember Lita was absolutely like pissed. So I think it was when he was at Yeovil. I think.
Yeah, around that time. Yeah, because I know he might have been. I want to say he might have been because he
might have been somewhere else, but he was there anyway, and Carriol was there, and we was there, and like we like the pub. Like I don't know why they brought out a cake, but well, fair enough. It was my mum. They brought out a cake, and Carriol like come over and was like singing her happy birthday, and I was like, what a bloke, and like and I've still got like the little the beer mat, and he gave me his signature.
Oh, brilliant!
It was crazy. It was crazy. That was a long time ago, guys. God, when was it? When did he leave us? 2012, 13, or something like that.
That summer, yeah.
Yeah, it's nearly 10 years ago. Jesus, and now he's at Gillingham. What do you think of Zabrowski? Zabrowski was all right, you know.
Was all right.
He was okay, but nothing. He was average, really. Average.
Well, he just robs old ladies now.
Is he still in prison as well? Because he was at Chippenham as well, wasn't he? He was at Chippenham.
Yeah, I mean Chippenham get all of our cast off still. So,
yeah, once they're gone. Check Twitter. Yeah. But what do you think of this season score? Yeah, I heard about that. That's weird, isn't it?
Oh, my mother's walking past us now on the live stream. Well, we're live to the YouTube world. There you go.
Yeah, What do you think of the skull and crossbones that got refused? Weird, isn't it? That.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that is. I hate that kit though. I'm glad it got refused. It looks awful.
I bought it, but I'm taking it back to the club shop tomorrow. I think it's disgusting.
Did you actually buy it?
I bought it. Yeah, I'm taking it back. I'm not one of these who keeps hold of things. I'll end up wearing it or just chuck it in the loft. I thought I'd rather someone have it rather than me. So
come on, he can't say a loss, surely.
Pardon?
1-0 loss, he reckons. Forward and Blue reckons. Last 5-minute agony. Oh God, I hope not. By 10 flip them for double and yeah, there you go. BRC Tom's out here doing bits. Buy the Rovers shirts and
Buy 10 for double.
Here he is. Harry says, I need the full story of you falling over the barriers at exit. I was stood about 2 steps up and it looked like a pitch invasion attempt. No, it was only because Jake had a few too many strongbow dart throughs. Come on, then, Jake. Give us the full.
No, so my mother's asking if she can make a cup of tea. I said that's absolutely fine. I mean, where I'm sat to, this is my mother's office space right now because we're both remote working. So, so the story of Exeter, I'd had too many alcoholic liquids, and I think it was half time. So I went down to the front to give the players a piece of my mind. I leant and I ended up.
You nearly fell over the flipping thing, or you did fall over the thing.
I did, yeah. I did a handstand. So gravity pulled me back, I think. So
yeah, I did. That actually happened to me at Plymouth away when we lost 3-2 when Lindsay scored the free kick. I think it was a 3-2 game.
I don't know, but it rings a bell. Yeah,
it was like 2018 maybe. Basically that goal when we equalised, I went down to run to the front.
Yeah,
I went down to run to the front, and I went to like grab onto the thing, but I didn't realise it was a gate, and the gate just opened, and I went straight onto the pitch.
No, I know it's to be fair though, it's not as high up. I don't think down at Plymouth, but it's not too bad.
Went to Nonce. Yeah, Nonce. Yeah, funny one. Nice one. Of course he would come up with that. Yeah, Gary bloody Kenneth. What an absolute fraud.
100%.
God, there's so many comments. Let me just check.
Can't beat a trip down memory lane, that's for sure.
Yeah. Try to use.
I don't know. Memory lane is getting lost.
Yeah, memory lane. God, we've been doing this for like hour 20 minutes, going down memory lane. I mean,
I think my mother wanted the kitchen back by now. She just come out, and I've still left all the stuff from tea on the side, like, you know.
Oh, you naughty boy!
I know.
But no, if anyone's still watching, if anyone watches back, and thinks like, God, what are they talking about? A 2-hour preview, and they'll be like, yeah, we've just been going through old Rovers players for an hour. But yeah, I'll try use OBS instead of StreamYard. Yeah, I'll have to try. I'll have to search it up. I don't know how you use OBS. Carriol was immense. Yeah, Carriol and Michael Smith, they were quality. He was here for years, wasn't he, Smith? He was like
3 or 4 years, yeah.
He was quality. What's this? Gaffney. Kai says when we had Rory Gaffney, people thought I was like him, and he come up to me and said, I'm Rory Gaffney, and said I'm his brother, as me and him look alike. God, Gaffney's twin. Jesus. Two Gaffneys. Oh my God. Oh, that's another one as well. Jesus. Michael Pope.
Aaron Downs as well.
Aaron Downs was good though.
He was alright at the time, man. He was alright. I think
he's still the assistant. He's still at Torquay, isn't he? Australian.
So
the one that went. That was the one that went grey like really early, wasn't it? He was like Silver Fox at like 30.
Needs him like Just for Men proper, like, you know. Needs to get that sort
Just for Men. Jeez.
You know.
I liked Elliot Richards though. It's crap because he had testicular cancer, didn't he?
It was quite bad, yeah. He had it quite, but bless his heart. Yeah, I think he's still. I want to say he was at Barnet. I know he was at Hereford for a bit, and then
Barnet.
I'm not sure if he's still there.
He was really good though, because I remember even the season we loaned him out to Exeter, and him and Tom Nichols were on fire.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one, I thought, but 100%.
Yeah, but Brew FC Tom says Gaffney walked past me at the. What is this? Gaffney walked past me at the men once, and the bloke smells absolutely rotten. Not gonna lie. What even is that comment?
To be fair, if you're a striker and you need to put defenders off of you, Michael Smith was married to one of the director's daughters. Yeah.
Well. Fair play. Apparently, she was a worldie, so fair play to her.
There you are.
What do you guys think of Disley? Yeah. What a bloke, top bloke.
Good player.
Obviously, it was funny when he thought he beat us in that penalty shootout, but of course, Rovers have never lose at Wembley. Never. I help you out with OBS though. It's the best one you can add your logo without a watermark. Yeah, that's decent. You'll have to give me a message on Insta or show me how to do it or whatever. Glad you had a good day. Yeah, it's always a good day when Jake's absolutely smashed out of his trolley. Like, he loves it.
You've not seen me too drunk, to be fair, Charlie. I think we've never kind of.
Yeah, I think
steady bevies, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think. But
I think we always moan at others for getting drunk a lot, don't we? So look at the state of so and so.
Nah, mate. You cannot moan at people. You can't moan at people that are getting drunk when they're at Rovers, because most of the time it's stuff. Hide away from the loss or something, but
100%.
Hopefully now we can crack on now. But yeah, we'll probably end it there. We've been streaming again. It's meant to be about an hour preview, but it's gone over an hour and 10 minutes because we've been chatting about the likes of Michael Polk and Adam Drury, Scott Bevan, Gary Kenneth. God, the list goes on. But yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Do subscribe if you are. I've seen a few new faces in here tonight as well. So hit the subscribe button. But yeah, fingers crossed. It will be another. Well, I say another. It'd be a good match reaction on Saturday after the game. But yeah, appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next preview stream next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Up the gas.
Take care. Up the gas, everybody. Bye.
Bye.